Welcome to Femme Radio with your host, LP Giobbi. This week, we have Amsterdam-based electronic music artist Niiomi, who is known for her rhythm-driven, genre-fluid sound. Rooted in house and techno, her music is shaped by a broad palette of influences, weaving together percussive energy, melodic depth, and global rhythms. Focused on connection and movement, Niiomi creates sets that feel organic, alive, and sometimes spiritual, immersive journeys that evolve with the dance floor while remaining deeply grounded in groove and emotion. Welcome to Femhouse Radio, Niiomi.
Thank you so much.
So tell us your origin story. How did you become a producer and DJ?
So I used to be a dancer, an all-round dancer. That was the reason that I moved from Zurich to Switzerland. From Zurich to Amsterdam. So sorry. And yeah, I was a dancer, and then afterwards I had a knee injury, so I couldn't dance anymore. Got into modeling, and my little brother, he's a dancer and a DJ as well, and a producer. So he kept saying, he's like, you should really DJ because your background as a dancer, you're like good with music, like rhythm. And then he's like, that would make so much sense for you to do that. And then I was dating a DJ for a little bit, so I got to see like the behind the scenes a lot and stuff. And then, yeah, it naturally just flowed in there, and I never looked back, honestly.
That's incredible. And how did you get to I get asked this a lot by artists in the Femme House community and who have taken our workshops or are now producing. How did you get yourself to a place where or find a team or like how did you actually get your first release out in the world? Like what was there was it you like proactively hitting people up or did somebody come to you? Like how did that actually happen for you to be able to become a professional?
Um, So I was like where I was in Dubai at that time, a lot with my ex that time, and he had like a good network also with producers and stuff, and I got connected to a very good producer, and then we got into the studio, and it literally just flowed. It was literally crazy. Like sometimes, when energies just match, and then we created the first track and together, and it was literally, yeah, a
Ah,
match
that's
made in heaven, and it was so
incredible.
good. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. And how has it been navigating
Thanks.
I mean, even just like in the last like year, the landscape of labels and distributors and like has changed drastically. I'm working on my third album and having a lot of label conversations and trying to
Yeah.
it's just so much of the landscape has changed. How have you released your music? Have you done it independently or
No, through labels actually. But it was usually like it went quite organically that like I knew someone and I was sending them the track, and then they were like, "Oh, maybe this label would be interested." And then
wow.
through that, I got on the labels. As well, I released one track with Lemon and Herb. It's called Sangre, and we released it on Sondela. And it was literally also because I was like, I want to release on Sondela, and then I sent Lemon and Herb the track that I already had, and then they were like, "Oh, we would love to hop on it." And then they hopped on it, and they were like, "Okay, should we on which label should we release it?" And then I was like, "Oh, I would love to Sondela." And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we were speaking to Sondela, and we wanted to do something with them." And then we sent it to them, and they were like, "Yeah, let's go." And then within a month, it was released.
Okay, it sounds like you're extremely good at manifesting things, and, that will lead me to my next question. How has spirituality influenced your music?
Quite a lot. You hear it like all my tracks are quite spiritual, or most of them. Like one of them is called Ashe, and that literally means everything you can think of, you can bring into reality. And that comes from my dad's religion. He's a Santerio and Santero. That's from Santeria. He's Cuban, and yeah, and that comes from the Yoruba tribe from Nigeria, like the slaves that were brought to Cuba. And
Oh.
then that religion was created because of the Spanish colony. And then together with the slaves, they made a new religion called Santeria. And so the name or the words of Ashe, that's from the Yoruba tribe. And that's what they still use. And they often say Ashe, like, oh, we manifested this, or it's meant to be, kind of. And that's what's the name of the track. And
So
yeah,
is it wow,
so
is there a religion excuse my ignorance. I was
No.
raised Catholic. Is there a which is all
Me
about
too as
guilt.
well, from my
Okay.
mom's side.
Okay, yes, yes, I'm like, that's all I know is guilt.
Yes.
Um, is the religion then a lot like, is it a lot around, what I guess we would call manifestation? Like, sort of learning, how to control the thoughts in your head so that you can
As well, like, do you have which is different to, like, Christianity, or like you have different kind of gods, like you have multiple gods. You have like the god of fertility, god of the war, the god of like fun, and then those are like honored in a different ways with offerings and dances and music. And you hear a lot like in Afro house or in different
yeah.
genres. You hear like they singing about Ojun or Yemaya or Elegua or Django, and that's how they honor them as well. So I think a lot of people don't know that a lot of that music is very spiritual.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want
That
to bring that into my music as well because it's like part of who I am. Like, yes, I'm not a santero, or like I don't practice Santeria, but it's part of my ethnicity and
y
of my roots.
yeah,
So I
I
want to bring that in.
I think that is awesome. I feel
Yeah.
between us, I feel a little bit weird when I see, like, these white people playing, like, I'm like, "Do you even understand? Like, do you know where this is coming from? Are you giving credit to where this is coming from?
Yeah.
Are you honoring
Doing
it in
your
the right way?"
research around
Yeah,
that,
so
because I feel like a lot of people, they're just, oh yeah, nice tune, and they're just like playing it. But if you hear the words behind it, and if you actually know where it comes from, it's like from ancients, like it's our ancestors that were
which is
honoring those gods
incredible, and
actually.
I feel like the white boys up there get credit when, like, the people whose music it is spiritually and emotionally, like, it's a very weird, confusing time. Continues to be. So I think that's awesome that you bring attention to that. Um,
Yes.
tell
Thank
us
you.
about your wellness brand and why combining a healthy lifestyle with the artist lifestyle is important to you, and also how the F do you do that? I am struggling like you've never believed
It's
to balance
hard.
these. Yeah,
It's really hard, honestly, but I think it comes from me being a dancer, and I was always in movement. Like, it was part of me growing up, moving my body, working out, and taking care of my body. And then I started meditating a lot, and so that spiritual side came to it. And then with the DJing, the music side. And before I started DJing, started my wellness brand, called Nelofit. And then I started it, and then because of Corona, I stopped it because of COVID. And then I got into DJing by accident. And then I was fully immersed in that. And then I was trying to think, I was like, that you should be able to combine the both of them. And then
actually, I
I
think
was
that
like,
you have to in order to sustain yourself,
exactly.
but it's
Because we have to find a balance, and one thing doesn't have to exclude the other, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, either you're a party girl or you're a fit girl. And I'm like, why do I have to choose? Like, I can still go out, have a good time, and still live kind of a healthy lifestyle.
balance.
Of course, you have to be very conscious about it and really have to put yourself to it. And that's not always that easy. And that's what I want to inspire people to do as well.
I
So,
love that. And, like,
yeah.
so your practices are meditating? What are the other things that you do to ground yourself or to balance?
Yeah, I meditate like every day, like in the morning, and
How long?
usually like 15 minutes, not that long, but
That's
it's just like a
impressive.
good, because otherwise you can't have it consistent. I feel like, also because if you're traveling a lot and you're like on a schedule, then longer than that. Like, sometimes, of course, you can do that longer, but for me to be consistent, I'm like, okay, 15 minutes, and that's okay. But as well, like after I had a DJ set or I was out at night, then for me it's very important that when I take a shower, like I never go to bed like without a shower. We're not going to bed. But because when you're showering as well, you can visualize that the water is literally taking down the energy like that you took on from other people, and you do it consciously down the drain. So you cleanse yourself like that, because I feel like we take so much energy on from other people and we don't even realize it. And then we're like in a bad mood, and you don't know why exactly, but it's because you take that energy and you get so heavy from that. So I think that's also very, um, yeah, good practice to do
Oh my god,
like
I love
daily.
that. I hate showering with all my heart. But last night, I showered before I went to bed, and it was the best sleep of my life. I was like, "Mm,
Exactly.
here." Um, God, that's awesome. What do we have to look forward to from you? Any upcoming shows or releases you were excited about? You were telling me about one earlier.
Yes.
It sounds really cool.
Yes, I'm gonna open up for Kolsch at Colorado Charlie in Holland. Very
Amazing.
excited about that. Then I'm gonna do a back-to-back at with Jacket at Naturklang, and we're opening for Rampa and Resnick from Kinda Music.
Wait,
Very
that venue's in Amsterdam, right?
that's no, that's in Switzerland actually, in
Oh, okay.
Ascona.
What's it called? The venue?
Um, the Naturklang, it's called.
That sounds so familiar. That is an
Yeah.
that is gonna be incredible.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play at Loveland and Awakenings. So, very
That
excited for that
is
as well.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you
That's
so much.
that's really beautiful. We're huge fans of yours at Femme House, huge
Thank you
supporters. We
so
love what
much
you're
for
doing and what you
having me.
stand for. And I have one final question for you. What advice would you give your younger self?
That's such a good question.
It's hard.
I would say hang in there, it's gonna get better, and you'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here and spending your
Thank
time.
you so much for
We're
having
fans.
me.
Good luck with all your shows. We're excited to watch
Thank
you
you so much.
live.
Hope to see you soon.